Ben, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Alex.
So tell me what we got here.
We have my 1967 Mustang GT 390 Bullitt replica.
So you said 67, huh?
67, it's a year off the movie car.
Okay, yes it is. I don't see the lights on the sides there.
Yep.
It's the dead giveaway. So how long have you had this car?
A little over a year and a half now.
Okay, cool. And have you done anything to it, or is this pretty much the way you got it?
No, paint-wise it was like this. The wheels and stuff were like this when I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Done quite a bit of other stuff, you know, underneath what you can't see. I've done brakes, I've done suspension, rear end, headers, exhaust, interiors, a bunch of small stuff all around the car just to make it more drivable, more fun to own.
Do you have any plans of actually trying to get it more to the original look of the car?
I do eventually. I do want to. So this car, it's reasonably close to the movie car. There's a couple of things off with it. I've got the Cobra Jet intake for the motor, which eventually I do want to get rid of and get the right hood, which has the turn signals up there.
I mean, it looks cool, but
it looks cool. It's functional, good
be
power and stuff. But yes, it's not. I mean, the entire point of this car is to replicate the movie car, and it's not. You know.
Yeah.
It's got the incorrect. The tail on it has the little dovetail spoiler from the Shelby, which came with the car, and it was on there, and it was already painted when I bought the car. But
I don't think these were on there.
Yeah,
either.
so I don't know if that's a 67 thing. I don't know if it's just incorrect, but I think the movie car was just a solid piece.
Right.
Yeah.
I did have the
louvers up there.
Yeah, I
Yes.
did have those ones.
Yep. I may do the interiors eventually. I still have the aluminum trim on the inside. It is a.
Is that the factory aluminum trim?
Yeah, it's the factory aluminum trim on that year, but
that looks brand new.
Right.
Like it was made yesterday.
Right. If you get up close, there's actually some oxidation and patina on it. But the trim in the movie car was wood.
Yeah.
So I might do that.
Okay.
Also, the steering wheel. I have a wooden steering wheel. The movie car had a Shelby steering wheel that Steve McQueen had. It was a black leather wrapped Shelby steering wheel. You can find them every now and then, but they're $600, $700, $800.
Oh my!
They're rare, hard to find. They're still made in Europe. You can buy it brand new for about $2,500. The brand new steering wheel that is exactly the same as the movie car.
That's
about
cool.
$2,500.
Man.
Yeah, I'm not spending $2,500 on a steering wheel.
No, I wouldn't either. Yeah, let's see. It's got the cue ball shifter too.
It does.
So that's just like the movie car.
I might get rid of the little gauges on the bottom. As you know, the movie car was very kind of stripped down.
Yeah, it was bare bones.
Very bare bones
for the most part. And this is fairly flashy.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a little bit
of more, but
yep. I've got the wrong mirror. I might eventually put the movie. It had like a cone-shaped mirror.
Right. Yeah.
So I might do that. It didn't have a passenger mirror, but I'm gonna leave mine on just for drivability.
Sure. Yeah, it makes sense.
Small stuff. Get rid of the antenna eventually.
Oh, right.
Yep.
God, I don't even notice those anymore.
Yeah.
I remember when all cars came with that. And now it's like you get the little weird fin on the back center of the
or hidden
roof.
Underneath or something.
So you got hood pins on it too. Are you gonna keep those?
So when I change the hood to get the right turn signal hood, I'm eventually going to get rid of the...
a little off there.
It is, yeah. So we took the whole hood off to get the headers on. This motor is so wide that to get the headers on, we actually had to jack the motor up just a little bit to get the bolts in. Because it actually almost rubs the shock towers.
Really? Wow.
So to get the headers in, we had to take the hood off, and we put the head back on. I just didn't get the alignment right, and I figured since I'm changing the hood soon anyway, I might as well just... let it be, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's just a couple adjustment screws right there, and I can probably get it right, you know.
And you got a different grill there too.
Oh, so that is the
67
base grill, which has the fewest number of fitment holes.
Right.
So the movie car had a plain black grill as well, no fog lights, none of that stuff. And when I bought this car, it had the little lights in here, and it had the deluxe grill, if you call it that. Got rid of that and put the 67 base grill, which has almost no extra accessory points. There's a couple little bolt holes right there and right down there for the emblems and stuff, but otherwise it is pretty plain. A couple of the small things I've changed, you know, these little horns underneath.
Oh yeah, okay.
I put that on, put the right bumper on. When I bought the car, it had 70 Mach 1 seats in there.
Really?
And they were uncomfortable, number one, because they're just old.
Yeah.
And they just didn't look right because they were high backs, and you know, it would almost come up here. So just not a huge fan of the high back seats for this genre of car, you know.
So are these like custom seats you got here?
No, so these seats are made by a company called Procar. They're very inexpensive but very classic looking. This is their classic series. It looks for the most part like a 60s Mustang seat, but it has the headrest.
The headrest.
A little extra safety. Also, the bolt string on the lap is a little better. Keeps you from sliding around if you drive a little aggressively or whatever.
Sure. So, do you mind if we take the car for a spin?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
It's only a 4-speed. So when I bought the car, it had 411s, and it would do like 70 miles an hour. It would be doing 4,000 RPM or something crazy like that. So. I changed the rear end to a 4.9-inch and did 325s. So now it actually gets on the highway and drives like a normal car.
Oh, that's good. So how often do you take this for a drive?
Once every 3 or 4 weeks on the weekends, you know, not
good.
Not all the time. I'll drive it on the weekdays just to go do groceries or go get a haircut or something.
Yeah. Well, do you like driving this car? Is it pretty cool?
It's very classic, very nostalgic. Still drives like a 60s car for the most part. Most of the other cars drive like modern cars, you know. So this one's still feels like an actual old car. And I see now that when I'm driving this car, I don't know if I want to get rid of the shaker scoop because it's like over there wobbling and shaking as the motor shakes.
Right. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love that you can feel all that power just shaking through your own body.
Right.
I feel it in my feet. It's going right into my chest.
It's not the fastest car in the world by any means, but it's got so much character and just feels so great, you know.
So cool.
And you see these seats that I put in. You see how it's kind of just hard and holds you, versus the factory seat was just soft and just it felt like you're sitting in a lazy boy recliner while driving a muscle car. Just not the right feeling, you know. So, or not the factory seats, the seats that it came with. Either the foam was just bad, or the springs were worn out. Just didn't feel right, you know.
When you take this car out for a spin, do you get many looks or people trying to get
it's
your
just
attention?
nonstop. A lot of thumbs ups,
Nice.
a lot of smiling faces, which is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy now, the last year or so since the new Bullits and all that stuff, the last couple of years, like even younger people, like people our age, are giving me thumbs up and smiles and stuff. In the past, it was just, you know, older people that that recognized the car.
Yeah, I think it's so great that younger generations are finding out about these cars.
Right. So I'm sure you knew this, but like the movie Chase was never supposed to be in the movie.
Oh yeah,
it was never supposed to actually be in the movie. So like towards the end, they're like, hey, let's throw this chase sequence in there too and add some joy to it, and it became the best, most iconic car chase sequence of all time. You know? I don't know if you've ever been in this neighborhood, but it's some of the most beautiful like houses and streets you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it goes into my neighborhood from the backside. But when I drive through this neighborhood, people will recognize this car.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
like throw thumbs up. It's a lot of hot rod guys in this neighborhood. Like, it's a lot of money too in this neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Getting to my neighborhood. My neighborhood is the slums of this neighborhood. I'm not joking. Oh, it is, isn't it? There you go. There's another Marauder for you. There you go.
Oh, I can spot those a mile away. I love it. You got a great collection here.
Thank you, yes, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Ben, for having me.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure, yes.
All right.